and welcome to Coding Badly, where apparently we've been sat there on hold for 5 minutes and no music has been playing. It's gonna go great.
Knew.
I did not know.
I can hear myself.
Well,
Like
you can do the intro whilst I fix that.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Coding Badly. No, I can't because I can hear myself. You talk. That'll fix it.
But I don't know why you can hear yourself. Welcome, everyone. It's been a while. We've forgotten how to stream. Why can you hear yourself? I don't know. Welcome to Coding Badly.
I don't know.
A show where I know why you can hear yourself. Can you try now?
Can I try now? Yeah.
There we go. Excellent. Welcome to Coding Badly, a Battlesnake show. If you don't know what Battlesnake is a programming game where you write the AI, the controlling code, to control a little snake in a multiplayer game of Snake that doodles around and eats other snakes and eats food and walks into walls and all those fun things. And here on Coding Badly, we try to push the limits of what is possible with Battlesnake by doing things that aren't at all practical in competitive play, and building fun little projects. And in the past, we have done things like build snakes with weird languages or weird programming environments. We have gotten too many developers to work on one snake. We have controlled snakes with our face. It was not a good idea. Speaking of which, hi Korea. It was we and this loosely bracketed season, this time round, we are like not really building snakes as much as we are building things with the adjacent objects that come from snakes. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Brief kind of detour before we get into the actual show and the code. If you ever feel like you can't keep up with all of the things going on in the Battlesnake cinematic universe, there was this delightful blog post that went out the other day on the Battlesnake feed that gives you, it's like a little TV guide for all of the Battlesnake shows, a little description of what they're about, when they are, loads of cool stuff, really nice little overview of everything that Battlesnake does on the stream, so highly recommend it. Apparently, the world burns around this group of experienced developers as they attempt to implement weird and crazy concepts live at the risk of public embarrassment. Definitely lots of public embarrassment. The world does burn. The world does burn. So, Kevin, what are we doing today?
Cool. So, the end of last season, I feel like seasons are a loosely held concept now, but the end of last season, I created a
phases.
Phases, yes.
Whilst we're talking about the BCU.
Yeah. Oh, can you share my screen?
I can share your screen.
Thank you.
Boom.
So at the end of the last phase, an application was created, and the simple upshot of this application is that it is a simple snake that is not very clever. It will avoid walls and avoid other snakes, but nothing else. And what it will do is take the entire move object that is sent, every move that a decision is requested, and it will send it to the front end. And the front end doesn't do any like computation to determine the response, but what it will do is execute this function with both the current move, which is an object, and a history of every move to date, including the current one. And then you can do stuff with it. And that's all it does right now. If we were to run this, all it would do is console log this, but we can do more with it.
Which is perfect. It's a lovely little... we were talking a while ago about how like 50% of the things that get made on Coding Badly end up just being like a web page talking to a server. And so having just this like generic framework for that, like Face Snake was that, Blockly Snake was that. Obviously this doesn't have the two-way connection, but it's because we don't need it this time around.
No, it's just as well as doing the kind of rudimentary snake that will pass maybe a challenge or two, it also sends it to a front end, and that's it. And then our front end can visualize that in several ways. In fact, Hugh, I'm very glad you're here in the chat, because I'm volunteering you to come on in the future and make noise with the Web Audio API.
I've been trying to get Hugh Rawlinson to do that for at least 2 years now.
Kevin 2 years is too long. So
we just dropped a viewer. That was Hugh running away.
Love it. This application also has NodeMon built into it, so it'll automatically restart the server on changes, and it has ngrok built into it as well.
Lovely. And I hear the ngrok URL won't change, which is something that we
between
fall foul
the restart.
of literally every time.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So what are we building on top of this today? What are we having a go at?
This was your idea, actually.
This was your idea. It's collaborative here. It's a collaborative environment. Okay.
P5J, go. You explain the idea.
Okay, we're using P5JS. I'll come back. I'll throw it back to Kevin to explain P5JS in a second. Kevin Poggies. Oh, hi, Apogee Chess. Thanks for joining. So, what we're doing today. You've played, like, arcade fighting games, or read comic books, I assume, one of these things. You know, like, when there is, like, a physical contact in an arcade fighting game or in a comic book, there's all the, like, Spider-Man-esque, like, kapow and kablam, etc. We were thinking, like, wouldn't it be fun if we made a really over-the-top comic book-inspired / arcade game-inspired game board for Battlesnake, and that kind of fits with what we wanted to do, which is, you know, taking the Battlesnake data and visualizing it in a fun way. We're going to play a P5JS, which Kevin will explain in a moment, which gives us lots of cool tools to build visualizations, to do fun stuff. So that seems like a good place to start. We'll get a board drawn, which will be a foundation for some things we want to do in the future. Get a board drawn, get snakes drawn on that board, and then jazz them up a little bit, make it a little bit fun, make it a little bit silly. Yeah. And P5JS is a wonderful tool that does what?
In short, it's an abstraction of the JavaScript Canvas API, the HTML Canvas API, that just makes it much nicer to work with. It is basically a set of dozens and dozens of functions and helper variables that are automatically computed variables that make doing stuff with the canvas a lot less work, and I really like it.
I've got to go because my sick dog is barking. I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah. It's just me now, isn't it? Taking over the stream once again. So yeah, that's basically what P5 is. So while Joe's away, let's just get it set up. Let's get a little what is known as a P5 sketch up, where a P5 sketch. Oh, hello. I thought you might have been gone for longer.
Someone else beat me to the dog.
Excellent. A P5 sketch is an HTML canvas element. And then we build inside of it. So it has been a little while, so let's head to get started and take a little look. So we're going to need to include P5 in our web page here. Yep. Very minimal web page. Let's just go ahead and do that.
Is there a lovely CDN? Yeah, there we go.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently it was right here and I didn't.
A lot of what we'd be looking at in P5 may be familiar to anyone who's used processing, or actually used any Arduino stuff. If you've used like the Java processing, P5 is essentially the JavaScript port. Great little easy tool. One of the things I really like about processing / P5 / Arduino sketches is they kind of have like a game engine loop going on about them. Like you have those primitive functions, the setup and the draw, which are like immutable and part of, you know, every P5 program, and you just need to throw your code in there. And setup executes when the canvas starts, and draw executes every frame re-render. I don't know what the FPS is. I'm assuming 60.
60. So just to clarify, this one will run once at the start of an application and never again. And this one, will run every single frame. And the canvas doesn't get wiped in the meantime. So it'll just keep building on top of the same one. So
it doesn't get wiped. Is there a function to wipe it?
Well, actually, this is what's happening. You redraw the background.
Oh, the background. I see. Got it. Okay.
Redraw, so you still technically have all the elements below it, and then you have the new.
But you've just redrawn the background over
exactly.
Perfect.
So npm run there. We'll spin this up and give us this nice little ngrok URL. Look how cool that is. And if you save the file, it will restart. The ngrok URL will stay the same. Actually, we don't need to do anything with the snake right now. So let's go ahead and open this. I believe it's on localhost 3000. It is. And there we are. There's our P5 sketch. Done. End of episode. Bye.
Excellent. See you later. See you in 2 weeks' time.
Exactly. I wonder if 1,000 is workable in this browser. Yeah. Oh, and
Ah!
automatically refreshed because we have live reload as part of this Battlesnake setup. If really, if I just hit save here, it just changes in the background, which is really cool.
Where
Nice
is that
little-
audio coming from?
Oh, I don't hear it.
Everything's fine.
Huh?
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. So, all right. So we've got this canvas, 1,000 by 1,000, and this is P5.
big
Every
canvas.
turn this draw is happening. Just to give
Yep.
you a quick rundown, if you've never seen it before, we're hard coding values in here. So the ellipse will allow us to draw a circle or an oval.
Yep.
I might actually just,
Hey,
for
Kevin.
the sake of,
What's 0, 0 on this
it's
canvas?
the top left. It's correct. Oh God, don't do this. Yes, it's top left, unlike Battlesnake, which is bottom left, which actually.
Oh,
got
I
me on
can't
the
wait
last
until we
episode.
actually have to start. Yeah, okay, you've dealt with it already. Excellent. Okay.
Well, I dealt with it. I dealt with it the last time I was building something, but I did it with HTML tables, and basically, I just on that axis, I just flipped it. So
Okay, cool.
I started at the
Right.
bottom, and I drew up,
Yeah.
or
Okay. Perfect.
whatever the opposite way. So the ellipse takes 3 or 4 values: the XY position of the center,
Yeah.
and the width and height of
Cool.
each side of the radius. So actually,
Yeah.
this is equivalent to just putting one. But if I put a different one in,
Cool.
you'll see it turns into a little overlay. This little
Perfect.
library load thing. So cool. And also I'm
Very
trying
clever,
out
Apogee.
code. I'm trying out CodePilot for a few days, and I'm not
Oh, okay.
sure I dig it, if I'm honest. But do
Penelope used
expect it
Copilot to good effect during the relay.
I mean,
Um,
I'm not. I don't think I like it, but we'll, just know it will be recommending stuff as we go.
Sure.
So 50-50, if that was 50-100, it would move. So X
Yep.
and Y. But we have a whole bunch of variables that are provided by P5 that allow us to just use them. We don't have to define them. So Y is not 1. What is it? I think it's frame, which automatically increases. I've ruined it
Very
already.
intrigued what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to
What
just
is
move
this?
it. I'm just trying to move it.
Oh, you want it to move about? Okay.
Yeah, it's frame count. I remember now. Yeah,
So
just to
that'll
kind of
move it
give you
with
an
the
idea.
current
Look, this
frame count. Got you. Okay.
exactly.
So
Now, if
frame
we
count
didn't
is
read
just a permanent variable for what frame we're into that particular run of. Okay.
exactly, if we remove the background, you'll
Hmm.
see every single circle that's ever
Yeah.
rendered. But what we're doing is putting a background between each one, and it has the appearance of
It's like a
moving.
Windows 95 screen.
There's loads more we can do here, like mouse
Yep.
Y, mouse X, and so on, which will follow the mouse. Anyway, hopefully you get the idea that we have a bunch of these functions that are provided for free and a bunch of these variables. We actually don't need an ellipse, so let's not. So first thing we need to do basically is to draw a snake, right?
Grid.
A grid. Sorry, a grid.
We
thing
can draw
we
a snake,
need to do
just
is-
like disembodied snake floating in the ether.
Well, I'm not quite sure the right way to do this. One idea I have
Yeah.
is we actually just draw squares, like squares in every direction, but
I
we
think that
build
makes
them in a
sense,
structure
with a small
that we
gap in
can.
between. Yeah, and the reason I
Sure,
think
yeah.
that makes sense is twofold. One, I imagine we're going to want to actually mess with what those squares look like for the arcade thing. Like, we're probably going to want to make them silly and like change their
Yep.
appearance. So rendering out squares makes sense because then we can mess with them. And then also, we have plans to go 3D at some point. Not today, but in a future thing.
Definitely not today.
I assume like moving from a square to a cube is as simple as like calling a different function and adding
This
an
was
extra
my thought.
variable.
This was
right?
my thought. Yeah, this was my thought. For Kabam and Kapow and all of those, I was
Yeah.
thinking we could just use images and make a
Yep,
sound effect.
I'll get on some of those. I'm sure I can find some royalty-free
so I suppose
Kabam
the first-
assets.
Yeah. So I suppose the first thing to do is to draw all of these squares in the correct positions in a way that's kind of addressable. And so I think the right way to do this is to create like a grid variable. And we'll populate this, I suppose, with like XY positions. One question, I did this last time. Do I have it on my computer still? Do I have whatever code? Do I have the code I wrote last episode, or is it gone forever? Don't know. Let's take a look. Maybe I'll put it in something called temp. Nah, man, it's gone. Well, time to feel the pain a second time. So, time to feel the pain a second time. So, what do we want to do here? First thing we need to do is figure out the shape and size of the board. So, we might actually want to not just send along. Oh no, because in the move that comes in, we also have the board. Let's actually just spin up a snake and just remind ourselves of the shape of this data. Actually, no need to do that. It's all here in the new Battlesnake docs. So what are we after here? We're after a... What am I after? Example move request. Fantastic. So the board is this top level element, board, height and width. But we're only going to get that on the first move. So we're actually going to get it every single move, but not until the first move. So this is something that's going to want to happen inside of move, which is a little awkward. I'm unsure how we're going to get move and draw to interact with one another. I think we might, for move, just want to alter some global variables. That's probably what we want. Something like that. And then draw will just draw from wherever these current global values are, right? I can't hear you.
Sorry. I mute myself so my clacky keyboard wasn't annoying. When does move get called?
Every move.
That's not every frame. So yeah, how are we going to get this interact with each other? That's why I was saying change global variables.
Yeah, the same until there's new
data.
data. So that's what we'll do. So what we'll actually do is we'll just create a variable called, we'll call one called C, and we'll call one H. And what we'll do, is that legit? No, it has to be let. And then what we'll do is we'll just assign current and C to history. Great. So now we have these global variables that we can make use of in draw. Now, the first thing we want to do, I suppose, is divide the board itself into whatever the size of the board is by the size of the board itself. So we get a free width. So we get a free width and height variable with p5 that will be 1,000 by 1,000 because that's the size of the grid. But we'll use these dynamic values in case we change the size of the grid. And we basically just want to divide that by the board size. So what we'll do is we will, so we're going to want some initial values, just a thought here, but that's fine. No, we'll do fallbacks. So what we'll do here is, oh, that's cool, actually.
Do I want to spend $2.50 on this?
Code pilot thing.
Oh, wait, no, Copilot understands. Oh, it doesn't quite, okay.
So we're also going to want out of board the width and height. So, oh, this is, I don't like it. It's a little too enthusiastic sometimes, Code Pilot. Like, I would love that you're trying to get me to do this.
Disable it. I mean, how easy is it to ignore it? Is it the same as like...
I'm struggling. How do I turn it off? Let me view the... Can I just do it here? Code Pilot. How do I turn it off? Configure enabled disabled. Would you like to disable it? I don't really want to disable it overall. And you know what, let's just disable it globally and I'll turn it back on when I'm trying it out next. Okay, cool. So we've got this U and board, and all we want to do is go const rows, I guess. Is the board and the width always the same? Let's assume it isn't.
No, it's not, yeah.
Why?
There's just some game modes where it's not. For example, the arcade maze game mode that's been playing.
It's a rectangle.
Yes.
Cool. So what we'll do is we'll grab the board dot rows. So for that we care about the height, which is always messes with me. The board dot height. So we'll go height divided by board dot height. No, that's 1,000 divided by 1,000. No, it isn't. It's 1,000 divided by 11. Great. So that will give you that, and we'll also go cols.
Hey, Backward Spy. Welcome.
Hello.
Cool. Really, I'm surprised how hard it is to find these assets.
All right, let's spin this up now. Just now that we've got some of our own logic, just to kind of see how this works. What's the error? Cannot destruct. Let me refresh. Cannot destructure U as C as it is undefined. Yes, of course, because all of this requires a snake. If C, that's what we'll do.
Perfect. Good
Yeah. Cool. And don't know what this error is. Oh, P5. Oh, apparently there's already a move function in P5.
Already a move. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's funny. Well, that's not a problem. Play is a reserved keyword. Right. We'll just
you can't do anything that like creative computing might use. Just append everything with like BS underscore.
That's not very JavaScript of you, Joe.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And in here we'll just
well, camel case it. There we go. I'm so surprised how hard it is to find like comic book word assets.
Play is a reserved keyword. Yes, in P5.js.
In P5, not JavaScript. Yeah.
Not in JavaScript. Sorry. Which is what we're using to work with numbers today. So what were we doing here? Yes, now that all these errors have gone away, fantastic. We'll set up a snake. Back to Battlesnake. That's not where I want to be. How do I get back from here? Back to the main thing quick. You don't.
What main thing? What do you
Build
mean
your Battlesnake? I'm in the docks, right?
Yeah. Oh, you back to the Apple website. Yeah, it's different. Yeah. They're new docs. You want to get back to like the Battlesnake app? I see.
Yeah. That's just a manual thing. Yeah. All right, hang on.
Coria, thank you so much. Coria says my fiance is learning Illustrator and stuff like that. She's down to take a stab at some assets. DM me what you're looking for. I don't know how long ranging that project's going to be and how seriously we're going to take it, Coria. So I'd hate to take up your fiance's time on a throwaway gag.
Please.
Yeah.
We'll,
thank you. That's very generous of you.
Yeah, we'll waste our time, but we cannot waste others. Apart from yours for the relay, but to be fair, your moves then took a lot
also,
of
like,
so.
Corey had a lasting legacy on the relay.
Please match the format requested. Okay, GitHub.
There is.
I
might just buy this pack from Itch.
We're back. Right, create new Battlesnake. Let's open this. We have our URL here. Great. And I haven't used Quick Battlesnake yet, but I don't want to use that. I want to.
We don't want to use it. No.
Cool.
We're pros who know how to write Battlesnake. Why is that just
save? All right, fab. There's our snake. So we want to create a game now with Kapow and start the game. And there you are. There's all of the. I mean, I didn't really need to do it every turn in hindsight. Anyway, that's how big every row is going to be. That's the upshot of this story. Great.
Excellent. We now know how big the grid we are drawing is, which is an important precursor to doing anything useful.
Yeah. Cool. And so, yes. I'm back. Hello.
It's fine. I'm just being infuriated. I'm going to spend money. I'm buying assets.
You're a sucker. I mean, not
it's €2.50.
I'm also like, you should absolutely pay people for their work, but like, this thing might not even work.
I'm so surprised.
This is like when you buy a domain before you've even like opened a code editor for the first time. In fact, that's exactly what it's like. All right, cool. So we've got the rows and coals. Right, let's get this cracking.
I'm going to ask Dali to make it for me. Sorry.
So what we'll do is we'll start at 0.
Okay.
Let's create just a function called setupGrid.
Perfect.
We'll move all this logic here.
Kevin, we're using Dali.
Are we actually?
Unironically, actually good. Can you see it? Are you coding still?
Yes, and I actually love it.
I can't believe that actually worked. Yep, there we go. We're using DALL-E assets, and we're going to use the ones that don't really. Also, this is the first time we've had DALL-E ever actually generate like usable text. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Bomb. Perfect. Sorry, little tangent there.
No, it's all good. All right. Bum.
Bomb on.
Bum. Right. So we need to think about this carefully. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the because it's inverse, right? Because if I'm trying to do columns, I need to actually look at. If I need to do rows, I'm actually thinking about
rows is.
I need to think about the height position of them. This I wish I
rows is the one that you need. Rows is one you need to flip over because you're going to be.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll start with the columns then because I think that's easier. So 4. Yeah. So 4. Let column of let I equals 0. I is less than board dot width. Yes, I plus plus. We are then going to start because it's 0 to begin with. So what we'll do is, right, Kevin, think about what you're doing here. We don't need this actually. We need to create a. So we're going across the width. So these are going to be the columns. So we'll call this col. And then we need to go through all the rows. So let's make this easy. C, I know we already have a C. I've really screwed this up already. J equals 0. J is less than board dot height. J plus plus. Honestly, coding badly. It's also always at the end of our day. So it's also like you got the tired version.
Yeah, I mean,
hi.
It said like coding bad. It's what you get. You get what's on the tin, folks. That's what you're here for.
You get what you get. Truer words were never said. So now for each board position, is it 0 indexed, the board position? No, it's not, is it?
The board
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The board position, yeah, it's 0 indexed. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's 11 by 11. That's the data that's come in, and it is 11 across. If that's not correct, is it?
It is definitely 0 indexed.
No, if the number I've got is 11, no, as in like the first square is 1, 1. Here.
I'm reasonably sure the first square is 0, 0, but I might be making that up. Again, we've literally years of doing this and of like writing. Every time I write the wall avoidance code with someone on a stream, which we've done like 50 times now, I forget how to do bounds checking. So to the API reference, I go again to yet again remind myself how the board works.
Let's just assume it is.
It is. Bottom left is 0, 0. So it's 0 indexed. So when you're on an 11 by 11 board, it's 0 to 10.
Is it?
Yes. I'm looking at it in the docs. Just to satisfy myself. Here goes stream. Here's my screen. Look, 0 indexed.
No. It's fine. I think I've not communicated what I meant, but it also is not the thing I'm gonna sink time into. So what do we have in here? So we're gonna go col push, and all we care about here is X. So hang on, we can do the width. This one's easy. Let's do this one first. So the width is row size times, no, it's always the row size. The height is the row size. That's fine. And then we have, although that kind of feels pointless because it's always going to be the same. Then we have width, height. X is going to be, right, so we are in we're doing the columns first and then the rows. So this is going to be the inner value. We'll start with the Y. So that's the column value. So that is going to be I times, So it would be 0, then 1, then 2, and so on. Times, I need to know.
Yeah.
I've completely, dude. I think it's just I, isn't it? No, it's I got it. It's I times row size.
Okay.
And for the height, it's going to be coal size. Other way. Actually, this is where it really doesn't matter because they're always... No. We said it isn't always the same.
I'm trying to
So
see
actually...
We've got live reloading for a reason, Kevin. Fast iteration. Let's go.
This is true. And then it's going to be I times coal size. So we have all these columns. For each one of those, coal pushed. And then at the end of that, we need to do something with the columns, which is the grid, actually. So what we'll do is we'll say grid.push. Right. This might make absolutely no sense at all. Let's go ahead and just console log the grid at the end of this.
Okay.
Oh, don't know what happened there. Everything broke. Can't write. Right, that didn't work. Don't know why. It's because we actually do need to start a new game in order to get the board, which is slightly. As part of this, I might want to create like a mock game.
Yeah, that's probably worth doing. Also, it's been suggested to us by a certain co-founder that it's silly us doing this like on a snake, and we should use the board code and build on top of that. So maybe we. I
don't understand the question. I don't understand.
Don't worry. It's not important for this stream. We'll do it to next stream. But
do it on
that'll
the
be a
board
cool.
code.
So the code for the board is open source, and how the board works is you give it an ID of a game that has happened, and then it plays the game in the Battlesnake board. Turns out that code is open source, so we actually could just build what we're building on top of that. So it will load a complete game in the engine rather than doing it turn by turn like what we're doing.
That makes total sense. That makes sense.
But for now, we'll do our jank and we'll move over to
these arrays that are printing are like 6,000 items.
That's not correct then, is it?
Oh, no, I know why. It's because the grid needs emptying every time.
Oh, is it a grid's getting appended on? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So grid... Let grid. And grid.
I'm so surprised that. What happens if I ask?
Is this DALL-E still?
Yeah, like it's actually just working for everything I want.
I'm wild.
Making assets for you. But now I'm just like, what happens if I ask it to generate a complete font? Was what I was just thinking. Like...
I think that might be okay. What's the X value on the end?
10.
No.
And then, 818. Or is that...
Yeah, that's not right. You know why? Because one of these needs to be J. Okay. I've got like Kate Bush song stuck in my head. Do I not get a log this time, please? There's also, I know there's a rematch button somewhere and I'm just being an idiot. Oh yeah, because you have to see that through to its end.
Yeah, there you go. Chance to pick one.
But I'm not getting anything. So what's happening? Gosh, we're here with high aspirations, almost halfway through, and it's like...
Can't even generate a grid.
Yeah, I think this is one where...
Let's be a multi-parter.
Yeah, and I also think it takes time to get started, and then you move quite quickly. In any case, this ain't doing the thing. So we set up the grid, right? Width, height, row size, col size, right? That's fine. I think they might be the wrong way around, but we'll know that when we're drawing. Or
yes, the other one around.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's the same size each way, maybe not, but yeah, it's fine. And then console log grid
Oh, hey, Mr.
Doesn't every...
Snuffleupagus.
Oh, hey, Josh.
Um, honestly, no. Usually we start with rock bottom aspirations, and we're surprised by
Yeah.
where we end up.
I'm kicking myself because I did this last time.
What are other words that appear in comic books?
Blam.
Blam. Okay.
I haven't read the comic book in ages, actually. So I did just make that one up. It sounds correct, though, right?
It does sound correct. Give me words that appear in comic books.
I'm not like, this is how you do the do, right? And even then, if I was console logging grid, is setup grid never happening? Is it never coming through? Like, where's the error? There's an error here. There's a problem.
I've done Kapow, Corey, but thank you. Pew, that's a good one.
Pew, 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 pew. I like that.
The best bit is like, it never gets the word slightly right. So BAM is BAAM.
Oh, there we go.
Is what I got from that, which is just like, is perfect. That's what I want.
All right. I think we are good now.
909. Okay.
All right. So now we just want to draw. Now we just want to draw against that. So what we'll do is we'll set up the grid, and then we'll say 4, and what?
We have a. I'll put my screen up. We have a slight problem with the generations for Pew.
I like the pink.
The pink. I think also Pew Mawiwu is quite good, but the other two we probably can't use. Okay, your screen's back.
No, probably not. Bloody heck. Right, so coal equals C. So coal equals 0. Is that the right way to do this? No. It's I equals 0. Yes, it is. Coal equals 0. Coal is less than grid dot length.
Mm-hmm.
And then coal plus plus.
And then you're going to be drawing squares for these?
Yeah, and then that basically gives us the coordinates for the top left of every square, and then we can draw things within them, with also the knowledge of how big those bounds are. And I think that will get us a really long way. In fact, we might be okay. It just feels like a little bit of a slow start, you know?
Sure, it's fine. Chat's having a good time, aren't you, chat?
Yeah. Chat's always excellent. Well, apart from Josh. Sorry, Josh. So then we have. Then we just want to draw a rectangle. Oh, let's draw an ellipse. And the ellipse will be at coal. We have coal, and then we have row. Let's have a think about this. First one is the X position, so we care about the column for that one. No, it doesn't matter. The coal and the row are irrelevant. So we have the column, and then we have the row. And then we just...
You're drawing a square of those dimensions in that place.
Yeah. I am just going to go back to... I think I've thrown myself by trying to be just like helpful. So we'll do that. Ellipse.
Okay.
Just go I, J dot X, J dot Y, and the width. So that will be J dot row size.
Mm-hmm.
And J dot coal size. Let's see how that works. It doesn't. Love that. Perfect. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. Oh no, because I need to... Yeah, this is quite annoying actually. Can I just like... Because sometimes I think rematching is going to be quicker.
Yeah. Well, why aren't you rematching?
But actually,
you really need to wait for the game to finish.
Because you only get the rematch button once you've played out the game.
Apogee Chess says, don't you just need to loop over the elements of the grid?
No, because the grid is a nested array. So I've done all the columns and all the rows.
Okay.
Yeah, because later on I'm going to want to refer to them by cell position, and I want like an X, Y.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what this exercise has basically been. Okay, nothing's drawing, but that's okay. Why, though?
You're drawing ellipses. Okay.
Yeah, but nothing's happening, Joe. 90, like width and height. Do you want to know why? I'm using, it's not, it's done the wrong values. Width, height.
That would do it.
So no, other way. X, Y, that's correct. Width, height. If you actually refresh while the game's still going, you'll get the like later parts of the game. But
Yeah, because same game ID.
oh, it's still not. Not even. It's just that the client will just keep getting every move.
Oh, your client. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Because when you
No,
said
no,
that,
no,
you're
no,
on
no.
the Battlesnake
Width,
game board.
height,
Sorry.
X, Y. What's going on? What's going on here? We have the X. We have the Y. We have the width. We have the height.
Okay, I'm going to start cutting these out of backgrounds.
Thank you. Or grid dot length. Right, that's just console log. Do you want to know also why? Because this isn't grid dot length. It's grid I dot length. I think that might have done it. Did I cut out for a moment there?
No, you were good. Well, at least you didn't cut out for me. Chat, how we doing?
Interesting. I'm trying continuity camera on the iOS and macOS beta.
Oh, I wasn't looking at your camera. Do you mean just your camera? That might cut out.
Oh yeah, I meant the camera and my voice. Because I think
your voice
is coming. Let me take a look. Oh no, because they're coming from the headphones.
Backwards biases looks good here.
Thank you. Thank you. Alright, nothing's happening. Interesting. Yeah, the game has... Oh, the game lasted 2 turns, but still, I should have had some rendering there. Use grid IJ, forget it. Yeah, boom. I'm an absolute... Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Yes, you are absolutely right. That is exactly what I wanted, and I'm just... My brain didn't engage. Yeah, thank you for that. Still not drawing. Again, I want to just double down. The moment we're drawing, we're laughing. Next, we have I and J. My only worry is, have I done this fully? No. I did think for a minute, have I done this in reverse, and is it drawing like off canvas? But no, I should get some correct.
Yeah.
Remember, 0, 0 is top left.
Do you want to skip the dimension element for now and just see if you can get the correct number of ellipses drawing?
But I need to know. I mean, I could, but I don't think that's the thing that's causing the issue here.
Okay.
Because I'm getting that, like, once I have, I don't think that's causing the issue. Huh. Well, isn't that interesting? Exactly. I agree. Okay. So we're going through the grid dot length. Right, and the grid are columns. And then we're going through all of those. And then we're going through every item inside there. So these inner arrays here. There's a bunch of arrays. Or 11 of them, and each of them have 11 items. And each one of those, I'm just, you know what I might just do? I might just console log here. This. Not that. That, and I no longer need to be console logging that. Once again, create a game. So I'm getting all these values that are correct, I believe. Yeah, okay. I made a mistake with that. It's just like so much. So much.
I see.
Is the variable not called ellipse? I think that is how you call it.
That was it earlier, wasn't it? That was the original call.
Starting to seriously question myself. Reference.
Have we spelled ellipse wrong?
Yeah, no, I got it right. So we do an X, Y, a width, and a height. Oh, and interestingly, also the amount of detail if you want to go into 3D,
that's cool.
which is kind of cool. Are you running background after? No, I'm not. But I think all the shapes have a small border on them. But you might be onto something. But like, there's a light grey one for stream. I'll make it a little more prominent, perhaps. But the game's still going.
Hang on, you are running background after. Look at the bottom of that 4, under the 4. No.
Oh yeah.
Down.
Oh, I'm wiping the whole board. Oh my god. I'm wiping the whole board.
Who's that in chat? Well done, Apogee.
Oh my gosh. You're running background after, yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Well,
Everything
this
is...
This fixes it before we celebrate.
But just, yeah. Alright, create game. Okay. Kapow. Oh my gosh. What you'll notice here is that these circles are incorrect. The circle position is the middle, the rectangle section is the top left. So if we swap this out for rect, or rectangle, not for how I feel right now, we'll do this. Yeah, look, there's our nice little grid, and we can draw stuff within them, which I think is going to be really nifty.
Well done, Apogee.
Thank you very much. But I'm also so mad with myself. But it happens. Anyway,
Yeah.
Right, there's our grid. There's our grid. Fab. Now we get to draw stuff on it. So what we're going to do here... I honestly can't believe that. What?
Sorry. Colvin!
I've had worse nicknames.
Yeah.
The first one's legit, though.
I mean, kinda. It's clipped on the edges. It looks like Nickelodeon, that one.
Right. Now we're going to go through all the snakes, and what we'll do is we'll draw representations of those snakes. One thing I had issue with...
right?
Yeah, but the issue with coloured heads, because I did this last time, is you have to be certain which one's the head and which one's the tail, and you have to make those look different. Because otherwise this snake it's just a blob of squares.
The body parts are ordered though, aren't they, in the array?
Yes, yeah. But it's just we have to do something with the head and the tail.
Got you.
Yeah. Okay.
Got you.
I'm so mad. What?
And this time I've got Bovin. Every time I click generate, trying to get it to spell Kevin, it gets progressively worse.
What is it? Is it dot board dot? I think
dot board
dot snakes. I think
dot snakes is the snakes array. Yep.
Yeah, dot board dot snakes. Yeah.
And then it will be dot body for the body array.
Yeah. We will get out of this
Okay, that's fine.
We have the individual snakes. That's great. First thing we want is the color of that snake. Oh my gosh, Kevin.
New folder selection.
You know what would be really nice? If the head and tail names were also served via an API somewhere, like just the images.
I'm reasonably sure they are. Brad, if you're still watching, well, I don't know if it's a documented API, but I'm pretty sure
be really cool.
We've done that before.
This one. Yeah, the pixel head is what I could use off of this snake. It's the trans rights.
I'm pretty sure that someone before has grabbed the SVGs, in fact, from an endpoint that's somewhere. Cool. But I don't know. Brad's still here. We'll work that out next time.
Yeah. So we have body.
227 says they are.
Where?
Hang on. As soon as he does, you keep going. I'll handle the crowd. It's okay. I'm on crowd control. Can you throw it in the live stream channel, Brad, and then we both got it.
Customizations.
Thank you.
Color. Well, in fact, we want all the customizations now. So we want color, head. We'll call these cust. I'm not sure actually if this is agreeable syntax.
Agreeable is a fun way to describe syntax.
Right, and then we'll say it's snake. Right. There's next with Y as well. So what we'll do, let's just get them drawn first, then we can do stuff with the heads and tails. So what we'll do here is that for let part of body. Surely we also want to know if it's the first or last. That's the other thing.
The first or last snake or body part?
The body part. So there's,
Yes, we will want to
what
know
we'll
what the
want
head
to
and
do
tail
here
is. Yeah.
I think it's you do it like this: I part of bodies dot entries and entries. It didn't like that, so I'm assuming they are then square brackets. Yep, stop complaining. Great. So that will give us both the index and the object itself. Yes. Then, yes, I think that's fine. And then what we'll do is, actually, let me just check.
Why is my magic wand?
Yeah, index an element of. Yes, great. So then what we'll do, can you guys code Minecraft? Can, maybe, have, no, actually, can, probably not.
That went for some very rapid iterations.
Yeah. Well, I'm just
Hey
trying
Emma,
to bring the loop.
you've joined a stream where we're playing a game called Battlesnake, which is another programming game. We won't be doing any Minecraft today, but if you're interested in programming, you may enjoy it.
Absolutely. That was more helpful.
But if you're looking for a Minecraft stream, you might be better off looking at the Minecraft category on Twitch, I'm afraid.
But if I equals 0 and let is tail equal, yes, but actually no. Well, I thought about it more while
it was just an endless stream of words was the best bit. It was just like pure stream of consciousness.
If I equals body dot length minus 1. Okay, fab. Right. So we won't do any if statements here. So what we'll do is for every body part, what we'll do is we'll draw a rectangle. No, first we have to set the color we want it to be, but that one should be fine. Fill, I think, is how we do that. Yeah, it's how we set the fill color. So we will fill with cust.color, the customization. Why does it not like cust? Why is it? Oh no, but I have a spelling checker in my code editor because I do a lot of writing. So that's just in that ain't a word. Cust.color. Then we'll do a rect at. Now this is where we need to cross-reference the position of the part with the grid position. This is where it will all, like if we've got the values wrong,
yeah,
it's just not going to make sense. And I'm not quite sure how we're going to cross-reference both of them.
Sorry, I'm concentrating on cutting out.
That's okay. That's fine. We'll just compare.
Okay.
Well, no. I mean, we still actually don't know if I got like the actual grid. Like I've drawn a grid, fantastic, but I don't know if I've got it. It might break. It's fine.
Sure.
So first thing we have is an XY. So the first thing we're going to want to do is take the part dot X. I think that's the, where is it? Part, which is this, dot X. And we want to times that by grid at, so we do columns first. So actually it's this first value here. Actually, let's think about this. Yeah. So that's the X. So which position is it in? No. Grid part X. I think that's it. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll go grid part X. That's not correct. Times, that's the X position. Grid at that position. Oh my gosh, I'm just saying words. Right, what am I trying to do here? What I'm trying to do is figure out, I'm trying to cross-reference it with this nested array and grab the right item based on the X and Y position of this snake part. I got it. So what we do is
He's got it, chat.
Very not confidently is all he can say. So we grab the part X and we go part Y. And then we want the X value. I think that's it for the X position. The Y position, the width, and the height. And I might actually just go grid position, because this is getting a bit unwieldy here. All right, yeah, that's a thing. I don't think it's going to work.
Go on.
That's my confidence.
Bang. I'm roaring through
yeah.
these.
So that didn't do it.
I mean, it's red
Every
now.
piece. Yes, that's every piece with my snake in it, apparently.
Big snake. Perfect
Big
tiling.
snake.
You see, you're just underselling yourself, Kevin. You've made like a perfect tiling snake, and here you are being like, well, my code must be wrong.
I just wish I'd have kept that code, because I could have just built onto this. We're here now. So
Why would we ever keep code?
Oh, no. I know why.
Okay.
Because what we're doing is we set the fill, and then we never change the fill again. So what we actually want to do before we set up the grid, or at the beginning of grid setup, actually, let's think about where we do this. Yeah, at the beginning of grid setup, we'll set the background to, what did I say, 200. No, incorrect. Let's just think about it. So, because what we do is every turn we set the background, we set up the grid. Oh no, I don't think this is an error actually. Oh gosh, I've deleted something. I wasn't meant to.
You're really going for it.
Mate. So for every part, we grab the grid position, we set the fill. Yeah, because we're only doing that because we draw the grid first, right? The background is set. We draw the grid. We draw the squares. Then we draw the snakes. And by the time we get back round to the top, we're drawing the background again. So I'm not sure that's right. So it's nothing to do with the background. So it is actually just full on broken. Okay. Why don't we console log this? And we will create a game. What we'll do is, okay, right. So this is going to do a lot of logging. But these are legit. I have an X, I have a Y. But this, I'm not sure if this is just doing the snake or if this is doing every single piece. It's really hard to tell. Maybe the red, I think the red square might just be a little, let's just make this way smaller, not that.
Oh, you think it's what? You think you've drawn an enormous red square?
No. It's definitely all these different red squares because we still have these red bits. But I'm just trying to get a little bit more of an insight into what's going on.
Is there an easy way for you to add text to these squares to show their X and show their data?
Yeah, actually, there is. And actually, before I do all of this, let's just get rid of that for a moment. Yeah, and that might just help some positioning stuff. Absolutely, we can do that. We can actually do that just with text here. Not that I can remember what goes into it. Text.
I'm nearly done on the assets and I can...
Word. So the word will be X. Y. And it will be positioned at X, Y. Yeah, that's good actually. All right, let's do that. Require is not defined. Okay, that's fine, but I'm not writing require, am I? Yes, I am. What is going on? Nah, it did some automatic thing that I didn't actually want. Yeah, but that's turned off, so it isn't that.
Okay.
But yeah, I like that. All right. Kevin is Turing complete. Now, actually, I'm not.
So that check
X is
finite
not
state
defined.
machine.
Oh yeah, X, Y. No, he wants to go X. No, I don't. I want to go grid IJ. What do I want to do? Oh, so yeah, I and J. Okay. Yeah, I need to be doing some. I need to, with this, just build like a sample game for the sake of just testing. Nothing's made it through. No errors.
Nothing's made it through.
No, I might just give that a quick refresh. Give that a quick. Yeah, great. And create again.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, nothing's making it there. Nothing in the console. Interesting. Because yeah, this should just be how you do text. I want it at grid ij.x and grid ij.y. That's where we're setting up the grid. That's where we're doing the squares. So we're drawing the rectangles, then we're drawing the text. Was I missing something with the text? I don't think I was. Yeah, you just do the word and the X and the Y, and you add a text size. I struggle to believe there isn't a default there. Oof. Text size 16. But also, oh yeah, well, it doesn't need to be logged. The logging doesn't imply a problem, actually. Yeah, there we are. What is
done
wrong?
on the assets.
Oh no, it isn't wrong. It isn't wrong. That's fine. So we'll do X and then we'll do Y plus.
Okay, I'm back in the room.
16. All good. Right. So there's our grid.
Perfect.
So actually, it's flipped.
Yes, it is flipped.
It's
It's correct for P5. It's not being drawn.
No. It's wrong. X and Y are flipped too. The X should be the first number, so it should be going.
Oh
up
yes,
this way.
yeah, correct. Yeah.
That's actually a complete non-issue. That is right here. That'll fix that. Okay, that at least helps me, because the issue can be at any point in this journey, and it's good to know why is it not working. He says. It's properly got me stumped. Why was it working just then?
And now it's just disappeared. Well, that was the networking error again. You just got there.
Yeah, I think with some of my live reload stuff isn't quite hitting the spot, but where the heck's it gone? I did nothing.
There's no errors. It's not even just rendering.
Yeah.
If C, so just presumably C's not gone. Can you do an else on this to console log if there's no C?
Oh yeah, maybe.
No C. No C. No C. There's no C, Kevin.
I understand. Okay, just
You found
fine.
just C.
All right, so there's the X and the Y. Great. Okay.
And we don't care
now
that those grid references are the correct round for P5 and not for Battlesnake?
Not right this moment, but
okay.
Yeah, actually, I properly do. Is
this an error with just the way you're printing the text, or is this also affecting the
No, there's no error here. Oh, no, it would be fine. It just means the whole, as we print...
What you're looking at is not incorrect.
As we put things on the screen, it just means things that would happen at the top of the real board happen at the bottom of this board. So it's not a huge issue right now, but I do want to fix it. In fact, I think, if we do columns first, I think this might be, if we start I at board.width, I think if we just flip it, board.width -1, and we keep going until, as long as it's greater than 0, and then we reduce 1, I think that might just be fine. This is definitely not a one shot. Like we'll be coming back to this. So
Oh yeah, of course we'll
whatever.
come back to this. Yeah, we need to. We've got to get this is a content factory. We've got to stretch this out. We can't think of another project. That's hard.
For real. Right. Yeah, not that. The opposite of that. Ah, it's the other one I want to do that with. So j equals board dot height. Keep going while j is greater than 0 and minus minus. Okay. I don't know what's going on, and maybe it's these like, why is that never making it to my client? There's something very odd going on there. Like, it still says no C. You know? Yeah, what's going on? But there should be. Maybe my whole client's just bust. Maybe this whole thing's built on sand.
Turns out the licensing for DALL-E is very permissive. So here you go, the official Coding Badly asset pack.
Go. Oh, that's exciting. All right, come on, take over the screen for just a moment. I'll work in the background. Let's
right.
have a look at it.
What, the official Coding Badly asset pack?
Oh, for real? Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Here's our collection of excellent comic book images from direct from DALL-E, all now cut out with transparent backgrounds. Very badly.
Was that a manual job?
We've got. I mean, it was me going for Affinity and clicking with the magic wand. It was very easy. We've got Bam, Bam on, Bang, another Bang for different colors. Bomb Bomb, Pow, 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 Pow,
Wow.
and Smush.
I like that one. Was that Smush? Was that the prompt?
That was Smash. It's done some of the prompts correct. I don't know why we've got an extra A in Bam, but we do, and that's fine. What is going on with these? One of these is an Affinity image, I think. There you go. Back to your stream. The official Coding Badly asset pack. I did also have an excellent snake that I didn't cut out. Hang on, sorry, I'm gonna take it back for a minute. I've also got this great snake. or Smakey. Also particularly enjoyed Brad. Maybe I'll cut out the snakes. There you go. Back to you. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I got it.
What's going on
I swear, I was kind of keep moving. I actually got it working, and then
it broke, and then it came back to your screen. That's so funny.
I really like that. Sounds like some major balls.
That's really weird, isn't it, chat?
What a
weird coincidence that it worked when Kevin was off screen.
I think legit there's something up with how I'm pushing data, and if I'm pushing data, maybe what I just want to do when I get a move is just like move received. Because I think there's something going on there. No, but there just isn't.
Sorry, where is this?
Yeah.
I know I asked this earlier. Where is BS move being called?
In the index.html here. So all I'm doing there is setting current and path and then running BS move.
BS move.
Or with history, sorry. So that's making it so you don't really have to care about this file unless you're doing stuff with markup. Because I just wanted developers to come in and just focus on the one file and just be able to do what they need to do in that for the most part. If I can get this done, I'm going to fix it before the next stream starts because it's driving me nuts. There we are.
You're doing that
fine.
Can I make a suggestion that I don't actually think is the problem, but we may as well do it just anyway?
Yeah.
Could you use var instead of let?
I don't see why that's going to make a difference.
I don't think so either, but I'm just thinking like, hey, we've got a global variable that's maybe acting slightly a little bit weird. If in doubt, use the more permissive, use the variable type with less rules about when it can be updated.
I suppose.
This just
And
this just rules out some scope related weirdness. It rules out some like double declaration related
it
weirdness.
refreshed and it's just gone. Oh, well, to be fair, I expected
That game's not running. Yeah. This also is solved by Brad's suggestion of using the actual board rather than using.
Yeah, look.
Doing it.
Why isn't it? Yeah, this is true. Maybe this is something we need to look at because I've just been clicking this start get. Look.
Oh, hang on, you're adding two different snakes there. Those both the same snakes.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That was it's just one snake.
So you're meant to be using Kapow.
I have two.
Okay.
And I'm adding this one. And then I'm hitting start game.
Okay.
For a moment, I actually thought, have I been adding the wrong snake?
I'm not convinced. Are we sure it's Kapow that we're meant to be working in?
Yes, because I named it after the Coding Badly Viz 1.
So in
it Ngrok? No.
In BS Move.
Yeah.
We're not console. Can we console log sync here? Make sure it's getting called.
Yeah. But that wasn't triggering either.
That wasn't triggering either.
Yes.
So then something's going wrong in the webhook bit then.
I think so.
Which
but
is
all we're doing is
HTML,
grabbing it here. We're just emitting the whole body. And
then back into index.html. Do we want to
one more time?
throw a console in index.html? Do you want to throw a console log when you catch the socket?
Oh, look, but we got it that time. But if I refresh, what's going on? You know,
is there some like is there some like asynchronous nonsense going on here? Did adding that extra console give it enough time to do something?
Stop asking questions. So the only thing here is it's off by one.
Okay.
You see how these start 0-1? You just want that to start 0-0, and then we're ready to crack. But if I refresh, it's gone now because I need to start a new game. But what do we want to do here? Old wit. So here,
if adding that console.log has consistently fixed it,
I will be really upset. That should do the job. Okay. No, it did not fix it. Which I want it to have fixed it.
It's partly relieving though, to be fair.
Look, look, it's never making it to the application.
Okay.
Look, because we're console logging. Oh, okay, that makes me feel better. There's a problem there, and we can debug that. Look, if we go snake move, we're console logging just the move.
But not getting, so it's not actually getting the move. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you have a look at your where? Oh wait, because we're running ngrok in this application, we don't run ngrok log, do we?
No.
Can we have? Is the ngrok tunnel inspector still up? If you go to localhost 4040, is that still up? Can we see what's happening to those requests that aren't working? 404 not found. Oh, that's for end. But the rest of 200 okaying. Oh, with some long ass milliseconds. What engine region is the snake set up in?
Can I get that here? It's in Oregon. Was that
okay. So yeah, let's go back to So if you go back to battles, so ngrok's in Oregon. So go back to your Battlesnake. So go to battlesnake.com.
Actually, I don't know where ngrok is.
Okay. But this is.
Well, it matters because I'm doing a lot of back and forth.
It will by default. It will use a region local to you. So it will probably be using.
So what is that?
They have a European region. What's your ngrok URL? It will be in the subdomain of the ngrok URL.
Will it?
Yeah. Yeah, the way they do regions is in the subdomains.
Don't know anymore. Let's restart the whole thing, but that does now mean I get a new URL. Is it in the URL?
No, it's not. Okay.
Get tunnel details.
Usually it is when you use the ngrok app.
ngrok.
Do you need to fully initialize an API client now?
Yeah, so I get API, and then
Yeah.
I get the details, and I'll console log it. So do I get tunnel name?
Tunnel name's not defined.
Is tunnel name, out of interest, the URL, or is there something else? List tunnels, start tunnel,
and then
that's connect. Connect. Get
URL
API.
tunnels.
List tunnels.
Doesn't actually say anything about where you get the tunnel name from there, does it?
All right. Do you want to know the other way of doing this? Because I'm starting to. I wouldn't say lose patience. That's perhaps implying.
This just quickly changed. This has quickly changed your snake This just quickly changed the region the snake is into Europe anyway. See if it fixes it.
Or we can literally just use NodeMon and go index.js and just screw my little developer script thing,
and then start
and
ngrok
then just
manually.
start ngrok. Yeah.
Okay. You can npx ngrok. Okay.
Yeah. That's how I use it.
You're still not getting a region. Oh, it says region United States. That's not helpful. That's a big place, ngrok.
But I'm wondering if there's something with that script that's done it. Let's edit Kapow. Right, so there's the 200. Let's create a game with Kapow. There we are. Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all off by one now. What was the last change I made in this file because I broke it? Not that. It was. Let's.
Well, it was reversing. You flipped the y-axis.
Right? Oh yeah, so I'm also in the wrong file.
Code. Yeah.
Yeah, there. No. Yeah. It was that. I just added a -1 there. So let's see if this is consistent now. Oh, did my little client thing just break? That's sad. Yeah, look. Right, okay. We've got 8 minutes left. I am I'm not.
Are you done?
I think. I literally don't know where to start, to the point where I'd rather take some time.
That's fine. Welcome. Thank you for joining us for Coding Badly, where we try to draw a grid for 90 minutes.
Where we try and draw a grid, Joe.
You know what we should have done, Kevin? You know what we should have done? What would have been a lot easier? We should have just asked Ali to draw us a grid.
And be done with it, yeah.
Here we go. Let's see if Dali can do what we could not. It's a DNS issue. So you joke, Mr. Stavlophagus, but in my day job, I actually had a user the other week who was unable to. There you go. Dali can't draw a grid. We're fine.
That first one's all right. You could put a snake on that.
Yeah. So I actually had a user in my day job the other week who's having a problem with an application, and it turned out what the problem was that their MacBook, specifically their MacBook, was unable to resolve DNS for the Indian ngrok region. So only their MacBook, only the Indian ngrok region. Any other device was fine, and when we changed their ngrok to use any other region, it was fine. It was just their MacBook couldn't resolve DNS just for that region. So when you say it's a DNS issue, Mr. Stavlophagus,
the thing that just got me with this is it was just so inconsistent, and that's why I'm struggling.
Well, in the end, it looked like it was just because the moves were timing out. So like there was like there was like a bunch of missing moves that were going over 500 milliseconds there, right? Yes.
Anyway, welcome to this season. This is what to expect.
Yeah. So we drew a grid, which is what we're going to do.
Look how cool my new water bottle is.
That is quite cool. What is it? Does it say ngrok on it?
Of course, it doesn't say ngrok on it.
It looked like it said ngrok.
Could you imagine?
What does it say?
By Frank and Green, the company who makes it.
Don't know who that is. So yeah, we're going to be messing around with P5 a lot. We're going to be doing fun little visualizations. We're going to be building Snake AI. We've done lots of Snake building. We thought we'd do something different. So next time we'll pick up where we left off here. In the intervening break, we'll try and move to the actual official board code. Let me throw that up and show you what we're talking about when we talk about that.
Is this the Go app?
Is it a Go app? No, this is a React app. So this is Battlesnake official / board. This is the actual code for the board renderer. And how that's not what I wanted to send. Why wouldn't you paste?
Oh, the board
why have
renderer.
I just Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so this is the actual like browser based component of the board. So how this works is I said it's a little React app, HTML canvas and SVGs. You set this project up and then you give it a basically just a game ID. So when you create a Battlesnake game, when you go and look at a Battlesnake game, you just want a game. Let's go to a battleground. Let's go to a battleground and look at a game. Give me a game. There we go. This is a game ID. So you spin up, you grab the board repo, you get this running, and then you give it that ID, that game ID, and it just goes and grabs all the turns for that for that game and plays it. So basically, all this stuff that you've been dealing with.
Board.battlesnake.com. Grab that ID. Board.battlesnake.com.
What? Okay, but I don't know what the engine URL. I don't know what the engine URL is. What's the engine URL? I don't actually know what the engine URL is. But yeah, there you go. There's a running version of it, which makes sense. Look at Battlesnake having all this nice open source stuff. They don't actually seem to have the engine URL in.
Oh, so we could build on top of this. That might be a better.
This is exactly what was suggested to us by an unnamed contributor, because it's just HTML, so we can just do this. So this gets all the turns for each for those games, and this is a web app. This is HTML, so we can just throw the P5. Yeah, we can throw the P5 in here, and then this problem that you're having with the problem that's been a blocker there was like actually you have to run a game constantly because currently this visualization is running on a snake that's playing, right? So first of all, it's going to remove the quality of our snake as a barrier to running stuff. So tug of war, Kevin, will be good again.
Yes.
The quality of our snake as a barrier goes away, and then also we have complete games and don't have to keep rerunning them. So this makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Let's do that next, and then we can add like a dramatic toggle.
Yeah.
Can add drama to this.
Yeah, so we can take the P5 code we've already got and literally just throw it in here. And the only thing that will have to change is where we're getting the...
but this renders it visually as well, right? So we could just work with the existing app and just add
it does, but it runs it. It's building it in Canvas with SVGs, so like...
I guess we just P5's just rendering to Canvas. We could just use Canvas.
But I mean, if you... I could just use Canvas, yeah, but that's a harder API. What I'm wondering is, like, if we throw P5 onto that, can we draw into the same canvas that they're drawing into?
Maybe. I can't see any reason why not. There's a full URL though.
Yeah, thank you, Backwards Spy. So what is the engine URL? Oh, engine@battlesnake.com. Yeah, that makes sense. There we go. Here's a board. You know, this would be a much better way for me running Battlesnake games on the back of on the Pico 8 machine in the background. Look at that. Neat.
What's the horse?
Just a horse.
Just a horse.
Just a horse. Oh, I thought that horse image looked quite good in the background. It was a nice, vibrant image.
Can't see any reason why. Excuse me. That's how I feel. I can't see any reason why we couldn't draw into an existing canvas.
Much better idea. It's a much better idea.
Almost like that idea should have materialized 2 hours ago.
Well, it's not.
We live in there.
We don't. Look, we don't. We didn't know this was available. We didn't know these were.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
Oh, well done, Dr. Strangle. Backwards Spy 1. So anyway, that was welcome to Coding Badly. We're back. We're doing a new thing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for helping. Thank you for being here with us as we start this new Odyssey. We'll be back in, I believe, 2 weeks' time. I'll be honest, the schedule has gotten a little bit away from me, but I think we'll be back in 2 weeks' time.
I believe so.
And we'll be continuing with our P5 adventure. Next
But
week,
not. We might just use canvas.
I hope we can find a way to use P5 with the same canvas. Not, I mean, canvas is totally fine, but like
Isn't necessary.
we get a lot of
Canvas is
stuff for
fine.
free. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we spent 90 minutes there drawing a grid with a helper library, Kevin. Now that
not?
with raw canvas.
Oh, it's fine. It's the logic. It's small. Genuinely, it's small amounts of.
These are famous last words, every one of them.
I've done canvas stuff and I've done.
Someone
stuff
clip Kevin saying it's fine. So next week is talking Battlesnake with Brad, and then we are back after that. We are back in 2 weeks' time. So thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you so much, chat, and we will see you all in 2 weeks' time when we say it's fine whilst screaming at canvas. Bye.
Sure.